What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We have a lot of tea to go over. We've got a lot of tea to discuss, but before we get into the details, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Now, Mariah and Young Thug have been getting a lot of hate online since Young Thug decided to get down on one knee and Mariah accepted his proposal. They have been getting a lot of hate online, with a lot of people actually dragging Mariah, calling her dumb, calling her a clown, because let's be honest and let's be real, Young Thug has put her through hell. I mean, I did congratulate them because, if somebody does get engaged, that's good news. You do say congratulations. If somebody gets pregnant, gets married, you say congratulations. But Young Thug has put Mariah through a lot of shit, and she has stayed through all of it. So definitely, of course, she was going to say yes. No way she was going to say no. But here's what a fan said.
Women like Mariah, the scientist, and Summer Walker, their whole chicken Alfredo circuit, they really do chap my fucking ass. To sit up here and let a man embarrass you, not once, not twice, but a few fucking times. Only for him to get on stage in front of a public audience again and embarrass you once more by asking you to marry him. He doesn't value you, he don't respect you, he done all type of foolishness to you, and you gonna let him play in your face once again. This is exactly why I don't support all women. Some of you bitches are dumb as hell, and I don't want to be associated with none of y'all. I feel like these type of women should not have platforms to be speaking about love, relationships, friendships, or the otherwise. Number one, because there's a lot of impressionable young girls who look up to these foolish ass bitches, and some of you old bitches do too. I don't understand. You supposed to be big and grown, you still ain't got no damn sense. I don't know, bitch. I'm just gonna say it like this. You like it, I love it.
And fans also calling her bird brain because just the night before he got locked up, he laughed about cheating on her with his friends. And he also had pictures of his ex up in jail, and then he did cheat on her while he was still in jail. And people are saying allegedly he slept with his correctional officer in Atlanta while he was still in jail. And she held him down throughout those years. And then he gets out, embarrasses her, saying she's not supposed to go to therapy if he is there. What's the whole point of her going to therapy? And then, people also calling out the fact that there were no roses, no flowers, no candlelight dinner, nothing, no speech, nothing. Just got down on one knee, did what Offset did to Cardi B a few years ago, because Offset did propose to Cardi B on stage. Of course, they were already married when he did that, but fans are saying that's exactly where Mariah and Young Thug are gonna end up, because look at where Cardi B and Offset are right now, and fans are saying that's where Young Thug and Mariah are gonna be. And I mean, I can already see some similarities. He's already cheated on her without the ring. It'll probably be worse after they get married, and she'll definitely stick by him because, it's Mariah. She is head over heels in love with that man. And one thing you cannot do is try to advise somebody who's in love. They are not going to listen to you. They are not. Now, fans were also saying that the ring that he gave her was ugly and it has no glitz, no glam. And you can see in this video that the band is actually very thick, and I'm sure it hurts between her fingers. She can't even close her fingers like that. People are saying he should have been more romantic. They're saying this was a plain old ring. He couldn't even pick a good ring for his fiance. There. If she's happy, as long as she's happy, that's what matters. Her happiness matters, which obviously Young Thug doesn't even care about. But anyway, now another person we're going to talk about is Latto, because people are now speculating that Latto is probably going to end up like Mariah, because she could be pregnant with no ring. Now, y'all remember in October 2025, Latto did pop out in Japan. She was doing a show in Japan, and she did pop out looking bloated, and people were saying, okay, she's pregnant with 21 Savage's baby. I don't think if she was pregnant with his baby, that was how she would have done a whole pregnancy reveal, but she has been very quiet on social media, and she did pop out saying that she just had some wagyu and some ramen in Japan, and her stomach, was bloated. But fans are now speculating she is hiding somewhere. She is definitely pregnant and hiding her belly somewhere. But what do you guys think? Do you really think that she is actually pregnant. I don't know, but we're gonna have to wait. If 2026 comes around and she's still not popping out, then probably she could be like more than 6 months along. Child, now 50 is out here telling people if you fuck around, you are gonna find out. And he is stopping people's bags. Now, he did end his beef with Marlon Wayans because, it wasn't benefiting him in any way. And now, here come three guys from a podcast who say shit about 50. And, if you're gonna say shit about 50, you're gonna see it through to the end because he is petty as F. So 4 guys on a podcast called Let's Rap About It. I've never heard about it. I only heard about it because 50 is now beefing with these guys. So the 4 guys were Maino, Jim Jones, Fabulous, and Dave East. So they were talking about the Diddy documentary. So Dave East asked, is it acceptable for someone to create a documentary about you without your approval? How would you feel if it happened to you? Then Jim Jones was the first to respond. He said, it's like definitely not acceptable. It's facetious and petty, right? Then Maino chimed in saying it's like somebody putting out your ex tape. So December 15th, 4 days after the podcast, 50 Cent calls them squatters for allegedly failing to pay their rent for the podcast space they use, while Maino fired back and said, what's 50's G unit G... He said, what's 50's G unit G string in a bunch? Wow. Then Maino insists, saying it was a general conversation about unauthorized documentaries, but he's ready to fire back when he sees his photo in posts on social media. Now, 50 did not end there. This was December 15th. He said, these guys are squatters. They owe $250K for the space they're filming their podcast. These bums are trying to win Best Dressed Award and can't pay their bills. Then he continued saying, I didn't have this on my list of things to do, but if you insist, I'll make time. I'm working on buying the space where you film and 50% of your podcast. He says, Squatters are individuals who occupy a property without legal title, permission, or a lease, often in vacant or abandoned buildings, differing from trespassers by intending to reside there long term. Then he posted a pic with an article. So it's a pic of Jim Jones, and it says Jim Jones loses Jersey home in foreclosure amidst sold for $100. But that did not end there, y'all. So the guys did not take this lying down. So they decided, they're gonna retaliate. So Mike did an interview with TMZ, and he did say that beefing with 50 is good business, because I honestly did not know about his podcast until 50 started beefing with these guys.
Beefing with 50 is good business. Numbers is up, podcast is up, engagement is up. Beefing with 50, I wish I would have known this a long time ago. We could go a couple more rounds.
No way.
100%. Yeah.
Were you surprised to see that, or?
I mean, yeah, because it wasn't something that I was normally practicing. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't about, having an issue with anybody. But, since we got a podcast, let's rap about it. It was good for business. But he said he wanted to buy half the podcast. Now, I'm saying if you want to buy half the podcast, I'm the person you need to see about that. Mm-hmm. I'm the guy you got to see about that.
I mean, do you think he was being facetious, or was he?
He said he don't cap. So I should be receiving a phone call, right? Saying, yo, what's up with this podcast? Because I'm the guy. If you want to buy half the podcast, listen, I'm the guy.
Right. I mean, we just saw Joe and Jada. We just saw Breakfast Club on Netflix.
What did I just tell you? Beefing with 50, beefing with Curtis is good business.
Oh my goodness. I mean,
that's it.
Well, what do you think is next for you guys? Do you plan on having an actual sit down with him? Possibly.
I'm not planning nothing in that area. I'm just going by based off of what was said.
Correct.
All right. So if we going by what is said and the brothers is not capping, I'm okay, if you can't buy it from nobody else but over here. Right. So if you saying you making these bold statements,
right,
then my phone should be ringing. What's up? What we doing?
Now, 50 wasn't capping. So instead of him calling Maino, he decided he was gonna call, the building manager, the owner of the building where Maino and the 3 other guys, where the podcast is taking place. So when 50 called the landlord said, okay, yeah, the guys haven't paid and they owe about 120 grand. in debt, unpaid. So they've been going months without paying. And the landlord was like, you know what? I can actually sell to you if you want to buy.
I want to rent it. And I said, okay, fine. Right? He's been saying this for since October. And so he keeps trying to build it, but he won't sign the lease. He's like, I don't like these terms. I want 6 months of build out and ridiculous bullshit. We also have a partnership agreement where half of what he's building now, his media, belongs to us. But he won't tell us how much he's making and doing all these things. So half of the content he's creating, if you want to buy that too, I'll sell you half the company. He's not a business. He's insane. To me, it's worth very little to nothing. But if it works out for you, I just throw that in as a sweetener. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is he signed a lease with me. Right now he owes, I'm going to say in a short way, at least $80,000, if not $180,000. The monthly rent on the old lease, not this.
But I thought Maino was capping and saying his bills were all paid. Turns out they're not. But what do you guys think about all this? I think 50 is definitely serious. He's probably gonna buy that building and maybe 50%. I mean, if he does buy 50% of the podcast, it'll be a loss. But he could buy the building and then, rent it out or turn it into something else. But what do you guys think about all the topics that we have talked about in this video? Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And this is all I have for you guys in today's video. I will see you guys in my next one.